resistance last time, and we will continue on them, just going through a little more variations of body parts and the counter forces. And then also we'll try a little bit play on the timing and how we pass, so we can be aware of the time frame we have for the movement and how we decide on expressing our energy when we have combination of quicks or when we have a consistent slow beats. It also doesn't mean that we have to go playing and no impact. Let's start with the resistance. We was yesterday, I just a little. Oh, here's the angel. Welcome back. Change quickly. I'll just repeat a little bit, yeah, on the things we was doing last time. We'll do it briefly, but we'll still do it. Different muscles which we're not always using, which we're not always aware. So we was playing with our wrist. If you hold it like that and you try to turn it a couple times against resistance, if you do it a couple times, you will start noticing, okay, where is the tiredness? So probably in this part which closing. If you do the reverse way and you do a couple times against turning your wrist, you will feel the work on the outside. This is how you're turning your wrist this way. So it's pulled this way or that way. And then it was doing like the same on closing and opening. So how working your fingers in or your palm in. So if you do just a few times working against the resistance, you will feel, oh, it's on the front. If you will be opening it, if you will try to push it down this way, oh, the back part. And when we want to bring the loop of resistance, the loop of some position within me, distributing the tension in some proportion between this muscle group is really important. So I cannot just flip my wrist and think, oh, I need to look cool now. Only by keeping some attention on the outside muscles, my wrist work would look specific and would look with extra degree of importance. Like when I'm doing it, it is I need all my concentration to close my wrist, and this is when I'm like calculating that the muscles on the outside is still working. Or if I would be opening my hand out, I would also think of some, maybe it's a little more of a man, but also you can say too sometimes, like if you use the bad word, F word, and then off, you can say it in your body language. Yes, so and then in Spanish mode, it's pretty common that we're not only picking in, but we're also sending the arms out, and to do this, it's not done without the discipline on your elbow and your inner. Yeah. And then of course we're doing the same with like opening the arm to the back, feeling the action between our shoulder blade and our rhomboid muscles right around our spine. So if you're being in the gym and you do some pulling exercise, and the instructor, if he's there, he probably is coming. Can I use you, please? He's probably coming and saying, okay, right, focus here. He will be gently touching the area. If you do something like this, pulling. Yeah, you say, no, don't use shoulders, really secure them and work from your back. Yes, work here. Yes, this is where you want to work when you do this. Yes, and same with our pecs. When we do some like a pulleys, it's a front part, and by knowing that we're not exactly giving up the pecs and the core when we opening our arms to the back, and vice versa, the muscle, the tone on the back is active at the moments when we're closing our arms in a certain cross position. That will give the texture. Тихон, сорян, я учу урок, перезвоню через 2 часа. Если что-то срочно, можешь Маше позвонить. Давай. We did one little warm up yesterday, last week. Let's just get into it. A common thing, you can be here, don't worry. A common thing in our gestures is understanding, do I keep my frame, my torso still while moving my arms separately, across? Or if there is a delay in the arm, when I'm carrying it, like I'm visualizing the cake behind me, and then my desire to leave the, like invite the bull or to go out is happening against my hand. My hand is in delay, and how they leave all my torso articulated against a stable arm, and then my arm can follow ahead. So this common thing when you do water polo and you don't make a decision is your arm goes across and here, or if your arm goes with a sense of delay behind your chest. And this is, I think, a simple exercise. We already did it. So we put our arms somewhat above our head, and we'll try to, you will look at the mirror, you sit just in a comfortable squat, you're turning your torso at 90 degrees, but you don't want your elbow to cross your face. So if you look at the mirror, you're turning your torso, but the elbow is still on this side. As far as you can in the torso, but open and other side. So you don't allow the weakness on the muscles which open your arms. So I'm turning the torso, but my arms are still open, they're not collapsing. Now listen, what stops you from repeating it? And turning the torso one way, another, one way, another. Yes. And see the challenge that from the legs, you go further into your rotation, but the arm staying out. So this will be the moments when you do some arching or some lower work and your arm is not going, I think the word is involuntary, no, maybe it's the wrong word, not making its own decision. Let's get to a little combo, what I want, not even a combo, just a combination. Legs together, we will be closing our arm down in the cross, and then we'll be turning our torso, leaving the arm on the side, and then we'll be opening it above our head, and somewhere when we're reaching the top, we'll be going on our toes, and we'll be starting to push our hips in the direction opposite to our hand, and as the hand lowering, I will be elevating my pelvis and turning it to the opposite side from my hand. And this is exactly the moment when you want to feel that the torso rotation goes stretching away from your arm and the arm following last moment. And when you cross all the way in, this way you will do a little contraction in your belly and getting to the beginning of the segment. So you will be turning your torso to the, we do to the right, my friends in the screen go to the left. What is your first degree of opposition? Keeping your pecs closed, like there is a wall in front of you, but you're still pushing your pelvis and your chest to rotate. It's kind of wrapping into your own hand. So from the pelvis to the torso, and you should feel very uncomfortable in this connection from pecs to your arm. Somewhere when you're almost at the maximum, you will be turning the wrist a little bit and pressing out. So this is our second degree of opposition. When we keep our front deltoid contracted, but we're working on the shoulder blade. So it's not just releasing the hand, trying to keep some defense here or kind of darkness, while in the middle of our shoulder blades, there is already, think, warmth and light, something which opens us and invite us to be bright and proud and angelic. We're still a little bit in the demonized, in the dark state of our being. But then from inside, the light starts shining through us, and you're opening up to it. The last part would be, not the last, the next one. is when you still have a little reserve and you open from under the shoulder blade. Then you can go a little bit through the wrist. And here we will be start thinking, like if somebody will be holding you on this side, you can press your arm out and push your hips. So it's like a reference between opposition, resistance in our hip here and the leg, which want to stay straight, and pressing into imaginary obstacle. And because of this, let's just try. If we hold our arm like that and we press into it, you would feel more logical, like more natural, developing releve and developing the shape in the legs. So it's not just down, you feel, oh, I'm getting unstable, unbalanced. But how developing this, I want to stay as balanced. So this developing through our legs and into our pelvis. And now when the arm will be passing further down, I'm turning out from it and I'm staying very much behind me. And I'm pulling it, so this is where you want to feel that this direction develops, 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 and then your arm goes across, and this is the time for you to start a new cycle. You can have one of the reference, kind of your fingertips is about to say hi to your elbow. Here. I know it's a little pretzel-like. Yes. So you see it? Yeah. What you can do, Bonnie, you can, instead of this, here you can all close a little bit. So feel that your right arm is turning inward. Yes. And then, so we go in between light and dark. Angel, demon. Ready. We go through this cycle in 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7. Not bad? Very nice. Let me just start with a little hint for my indoor students today. Let's play a little bit more on the mobility. Let's just explore the mobility of our pelvis. Think starting from the ball of the foot, which are steady. They themselves not moving. But every next layer, every next segment from my leg, multiplying the mobility. So in my ankles, there are very little. I can do the little elevation, little twist. In my knees, I already have like an extension. So this bone, when this little movement multiplied by the legs of the bone, it goes a little bit bigger. Then when it goes to the, it's like the sniper, yeah, you need to shot like 5 meters away from the straight line. You only need to do like a 1/10 of a degree. Yeah. Hello. And let's say when we get to our close position, toes together, pressing into and playing a little bit with the mobility inside your ankles and feet, how they can go a little bit like this or like that, and moving your pelvis in a little bit rocking manner. Yes, good. Yes, very nice. So you know that the pressure inside the ball of the foot is changing a little bit, like towards, like if I'm moving my pelvis to the left, then the pressure inside my right foot goes a little bit internal and pressing, so I'm a little on the inside edge of my right big toe. And then if I want to go and move my pelvis to the right, I'm through my left leg, I'm start giving direction to my pelvis. Yeah, exactly. Yes, so now this way through the inside edge of the, for this. And if you want to press my arm down, it's focusing how you're shaping the pressure on the inside edge of the right. Yes, press it like yes, yes. Yes, but look what the difference is. We're not separating the legs. So when they're together, it is to, yes, to move two legs like one piece here. Close, close. One more thing. We're not changing much our tilt. So once it's set up forward like that, when we go left and right from our ankles, we're not changing the sense of pulling from our soles. Yes, yes, yes. Nice. Just, of course, but all good. But remember the heaviness of your torso. So you want a little bit too light into lifting. Lifting is secondary. Pressing into the butt. It's not like overcoming the height of your torso. So you went, if I look at your upper part, it's too easy going up. So it's one more degree of opposition. When I'm thinking of being a little heavy and like anchored like that, and then I'm trying to press my pelvis against this anchor. Yeah, that's that. That's that. Yes, yes, yes. So just exaggerate, like make it 3 times more. You are almost vertical. If you feel that your pelvis is slightly in front, it's far, far not enough. So when you get to this, can I have the line of your pants ahead of your toes and the line of your shoulders behind your heels? So look down at your shoe. This is always an interesting experiment. I've been introduced this from Eugene Katz when he said, like, okay, how big you think your foot is? And I'm like, okay, this big. I said, oh, like, whatever. Then, okay, go down and like put your arms around your foot, and then like, oh, really? This much? So now I think that this should be a distance between your pelvis and your shoulder blades. So it's pretty big width of depth. That's it, that's it, that's it. Ready. Go one more time, and then we'll change side. Don't forget to touch your ribs and say, and zip them. You lock them, that's it. They might try to fight against this calming short, the one which Mel Gibson was famously be able to escape in a little weapon. Yes, so closes, pelvis forward, arm on the side, and closing our arm and torso turning to the left for you, to the right for us, while the arm is all the way across, elbow is bent, and we start pulling from under the shoulder blade to open the arm, pressing your wrist to the ceiling, turning it and start pressing your wrist out to press your hips to the side, leaning, and finding ability on our pelvis to rotate. So the arms stay to the side, but the pelvis line is now at 45 degrees, and pulling the arm underneath. And this is where you can push a little extra from the toes to the belly to create the change. Whoop. 1, 2, under the shoulder blade. 3, 4, pressing side. 5, 6, turning the pelvis and leaving the head. Yes, 1 and 2 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Wow, good. Changing the hand, doing the same thing. Wow. You might feel, I don't know, dyslexic or vice versa. One side might be easier, one harder. Just checking through. One arm on the side. This is a cross. Now, when we're turning torso, we're keeping our pectorals squeezed, so biceps pressing against the pecs, and returning, and the pelvis, like the pelvis and the ribs, advancing compared to my arm. No, man. So let's do like this, man. Can you hold your arm like this? Yes. And now start turning yourself. No, to the right. Pelvis to the right. Yes, until you feel that your arm is pressing against your bra. That's it. Now do the same without holding your arm. Just place it there. Place your right arm across. Stay right facing like this, pelvis like this, arm across. And now don't move the arm, but start turning your pelvis to the right. Yes, that's it. That's it. Now under the shoulder blade. Now start pressing to the side and developing the hip elevation and like a little curve and turning. Think that now you have a broom or a big brush and you painting the floor. And when the arm is across, this is where you're changing inside your belly or internally. Here, opening the arm, moving the pelvis away, turning the pelvis to the side, and now feeling a very active work here, because my body wants my arm there, but I want to create a sense of delay, a trace. So when I'm doing this, I really feel challenged in this part, not to give up my back position. So it's easily to just flow, but if I remember, then the movement will look like a force you're fighting against and then winning over, rather than just, oh, there is no opposition. A few more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And on one, let's do like this. On one, I want you to press into your rib and feel that you're pulling the buckle into the rib. And this is something what will initiate reverse movement. Yes, and pressing on to the side and developing from your active ankles, 2 butt cheeks together, 2 legs like one. And Marina, you're doing everything cool except the development of your pecs against your arm. So how far? Grab your ribs here and keep your arm on the side or even a little bit behind, and try to see how much opening there can be. Yes, and now activate and push your butt further forward against your arm, and only then let your arm swing down. This is a totally different look. There was just a moment when the curve was not present enough for the arm to look resistant. Yeah. Getting to our border focus, of course, we'll repeat a few times. Let's just see how, for example, we need to keep the pressure against the arm, but then open your elbow to the side. So you don't move the arm is in place, and you're kind of pressing it against this arm, and then you're pushing the elbow out. So the stability of the wrist against the elbow. Do the same with the other one. So hold the palm and open. Feel the anchored wrist and developing of your elbow. So you don't want to move this. So you're finding extra length from the shoulder to elbow longer, from wrist to elbow longer. So it's the same arm, but looking suddenly more spacious. And let's do the same, but holding the arm, the hold right above the elbow. And now it will resist and push against. You will just feel a little more on the deltoid activation. So even if you want to keep in the deltoid, pressing your elbow back and open, So we can do this flat, or we can start pulling a little bit out into the back. Whoop. Yes. And here, just feel if you resist a couple times, you'll probably mobilize this segment. Whoop. Whoop. Yes. We was also doing something like holding it here and try to either turn this way or turn that way. So how some of our movements, when we're turning, it also have a degree of resistance. It's not just flapping down. Let's do one more interesting thing. Can we stretch our fingers? So this is something, girl might have more sophisticated arm, but still I want just now for you to play the direction. So how, they're not just straight, but they stretch. So a little bit like a Palpatine. Yes, the Dark Lord. Okay, the energy goes through, and now keep it out, keep it, and now start working your back to pull your elbows in. So how the force going this way, but also there is something in your back pulling the elbows behind you. Yeah. And same if I want to press, I'm thinking the tension between my shoulder blades, helping this arm to look like I'm summoning something from hell or from whatever forces. So it's not just, okay, rise up, kids, rise up. No, it's more important. It's a bigger gesture to do. Let's get to our border focus. Nothing. No one reached their limit there yet. No, we will go into the, for now, going back and opening. So you can already think of some force holding you, compressed like this, and then you try to break it by pushing your ribs this way into your arms. So 1, 2, and then it's developing. And this is a place where I want the rotation of your torso to advance compared to your arm, which is still opening, and then closing. So we're imagining some resistance and closing. So here pecs, here deltoid and pecs, and then go to our elbows and pressing out. So how, for example, what we did here can have a reference to opening the arm means pushing ourselves out of the stationary position into moving position. So think like there is a cord here, a belt, and if you pull into it, you can move yourself through. Yes. And now let's say, can we go a little bit taller if we think of pressing down and rising our armpits, our pecs above our arms. And let's say the next one will go through compression here, and then elbows, and here, the opposition. So the muscles which flicking my wrists out, they are still working. The moment I'm going in, I can just give up, or I can keep my fingers delayed if I'm contracting here. And this would give you a flow with texture. Here, going through your arms, crossing, bending the elbows, but still contraction on the back of your hand and opening to the side. And here, let's do another aspect. You stay, and now we was talking about this. Now let's focus on the arm up. So the trajectory this way means that you can press yourself more into the front. So if I'm having an obstacle, please just hold my arm like this and don't let me move it back. Like this, so straight. So if there is, I will be trying to move it to you. So just hold your arm like this and resist me this way. So now if my arm is here and maybe not letting me move it there, then what I am building my movement away from it. Yeah? And as much as at first it's visualization, then you might recognize how it's not just an empty sound. It's a real connection between your muscles, and they're producing a look of flow and harmony in your body parts. So it was here with you, and the arm which is on the top, now pressing back and helping me to go into the front space with my pelvis, yes. And then here start using your pecs, and then elbows, and then your wrists. And now let's focus on the left hand, we on the right hand. The right hand pressing us forward more, and then a little crossing here. And now our right hand helping us to push more forward. Yeah, so think one of the bottom focus, a little more lateral focus, one more, a little more frontal focus. Yeah, so if I'm going like here, 1, 2, 3, I'm going a little more side, here I'm going a little bit more forward. And you cannot understand what I'm saying? No. Okay. It's good. No, I don't understand, because it's also clear in my I'm placing Vivian like this, and you stay with your right leg on the side. Now, if you focus on the major resistance here, it means when you're working it, it gives you extra force to shift this way. Yeah? Good. And then you do your next position. Blah, blah, blah. But if I would say focus here, you will do exactly the same. You will shift to the side. So let's do it. Let's do it. Yes. And then change, blah, blah, blah. But if I'm saying focus on this arm and press it in, then it will literally be pushed a little forward on the side. So it will go a little bit like that. If you press here, just feel that it goes this way. We're learning here. I'm giving you like an assignment. Let's focus that when we do for the better practice, let's just focus one time at only going sideways. So we're a little bit more about pushing someone this way. So we're adding to the side aspect of our movement. Ta, ta, ta. Pressing elbow this way and moving ourselves side. Ta, ta. Pushing right elbow, your left elbow side, and traveling more lateral. Feel that there is a much, again, if I'll scientific experimentation, always one is our tape measure. So, can you assist me, please? So, let's put you right here, and let's put me right here. So now, you will stay, and you will hold this thing, and so let's say this way we start. Now, hold this is in place, this one moving together with my hip. So this one in place, yeah? So now if you move, stop. This way I need to. So this is how many 2 feet. So my thing, what is it about? That from the place where I'm like slightly behind my heel, and then through my foot, and then almost to the edge of the position where I can hold it. And now when I'm looking at gym, for example, I might imagine that you moving more than 2 feet. You're a little bit more flexible in your joints. It's cool. It's a compliment. So this is what we think. We trying to go further by having a reference to our front arm and adding the value, adding the volume, I'm sorry. But now, if we do the same here, you're like holding it like that, and then I will be going forward. Now it will be not the side, but the forward thing, yes? Yes or no? I mean, you understand? Yes.
So what do you decide you move sideways or move forward?
It's basically like you have $100 in your wallet and you deciding, I want to go eat sushi. or today I want pizza, today I want to go have a hot pot. Yes, that's the answer. This is just extra money in your wallet, and you decide, maybe you decide to not spend it, and next time you have 200, and you go buy yourself a new jeans or whatever. Yeah, it's exploration. That when I'm focusing here, I can feel the reference from this resistance to the side. Just by doing it, you're getting your muscles ready. The next time, I'll give you a routine and say, okay, here we go, for example. Let's see how it can be done in a routine. Put your face me and say like this. So for tubular focus, we'll be like keeping this DMZ, Z, demilitarized zone. Yes, and but now we decided to be crossing the zone. So you focus on the back arm and you go in, yes, a little more forward. Right, focus on this arm above you, and you can send your pelvis forward to me. One, just application for your abilities, for the skills which can be chosen to be applied or not applied. Yes. Thank you for partnering. Okay, we'll go a little bit faster. Let's do 4 sideways, then we'll do 4 forward. I know you might have not enough forward space, but just we'll pull back. Ready, everybody. Staying symmetrical with me. And so now it's a focus on the front arm and shifting sideways, shifting lateral. 1, 2, 3, 4. Front arm and shifting sideways. Front arm pressing elbow to the back and shifting sideways. And shifting sideways. Good. Pulling back a little bit. And now focusing on the arm above and go a little more into the front space and maybe a little more into the, so let's say sideways was a little bit darker. If you're working here, we might go a little bit lighter because we're opening this and we're using force from the arm to the torso, to the pelvis. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I mean, for the forward one, it's supposed to be a little more aggressive, how you change the angle between your femur and the line of your belly. For the side, it's happening too. But let's say, look, when we go sideways, we're building a straight line from the thigh to the side of the belly, to the side of the torso. Here. When we go forward, it's a little more on this line. And if you, that's good, that's good. That's just to put your both arms on your chest, like this. Like close and then on the circle. Okay? Now, progressive pelvis forward and lean back and then build up. Yes. Yes. Yes, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I know a little help here, but what stay when it will go forward. This is the place you want to open. So the belly and the thighs in one line. Yes? And just go soft and move. And make it steady. Yes. And replace yes. And in here, we need one line from your thigh to the belly. We'll go right there and then forward. Yes. Okay. This is not like a Paso weapon. This line will be a little more better like picture. Hey. Okay, I think we challenged this thing enough. Let's do just a few more times forward so I can comment. I'm already almost happy to what I see. So focus on the top arm and how you press yourself into the front space. Ready? 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Marina, missing a little bit the subject. Your top arm goes down and side too easy, too simple. So think that before making a step, you try to notice the change. Pressing the elbow. I'm not looking at the screen, I'm looking where my incline is. So I'm working very strong under my shoulder blade to feel this. And you see my arm is still not down, still not get to the front space. Yes, it's a little challenging, a little counterintuitive, but then the moment you will get to your forward step, you will have such a potential to close it. Yes, because this way is okay, but it didn't give me a look of turmoil inside of something which you trying to fight with. Yeah. Okay, a little rhythmical. So we're staying on Voronovich, but we'll try to do something slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Then we'll go to our regular one. Quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. So what we can think of a difference here. In the first combination, slow is the one to build up. Because I'm not traveling, because it's more stationary. I'm building up some compression inside me, slow, quick, quick. The one where I need to go and move myself on a quick. I'm taking a little more than my last slow is compensatory, something what something I'm training to be a good enough safety net. So I can go crazy with my acceleration, but I still know that I can choose to stop myself. With the track, through some lessons, I see that a very typical thing is to go with your pelvis into the same turn as your friend. And this is where you feel a little hopeless on being under control. So what will be really important in this quick, slow version is that the flow of the frame around with opposing with a sense of opening in our side step, and when we're replacing, there is no compromise in this base to go with the frame. It's keeping this position, the base, while the torso can go as much as it wants, but you see there is no weakness in my base. And same here, when I'm closing, I will have a strong momentum, but you need to remember, let's just try to do something like one exercise with me. You are about to lift your knee to the side like a little passe, but your arm is ready to push your knee forward. So every time when you go into passe, there is a force pushing you forward. So passe, and you need to give a double effort to your glute and to the sense of turnout. So ready, whoop, and whoop, pressing arm forward and pushing your knee back. 1, 2, 1, good. And on the other side, so standing leg I don't really care, but probably a little soft is better. So you go passe and pushing your knee forward, and the knee pressing back against your palm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ready, and 1, 2 to the back, all the way to the back. So not forward, bring the knee to the side. Yes, stay on the bent knee and push it forward, but oppose. Use your glute in this place where the hip connected to your butt to work your turnout. Ready? So let's try this on the bottom forward. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Good. Now let's try the same position, but with the active throw of our arm, like we're doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1. So how this force, and yes, beautiful. Of course, without placing the leg on the floor, with limited counter force. But it gives you a good reminder, yeah? What is it? Counterbalance inside. Not just balancing things out. Stuck against one another, no disturbance. No disturbance. There is always disturbance, but always well compensated. Yeah? Let's go to our waterfall. Quick, slow, and have this attention. And quick, slow, quick, slow, quick, slow, quick, slow. Yeah. Let's just make a little transition. I see that now, Marilyn, you will definitely benefit from this little. So here, and now let's do hold the butt, the same type, the same miserable, and point your leg and place it to the side and turn your torso. Marilyn, I see how your toe went this way. If your butt is still working, there is no way that your toe will go like that, because it's a part of the glute work. 1, checking, and now placing the leg to the side and the arm across. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5. And now let's do this little thing. What I want you to try. Think of two forces attached, fighting, and then when they slipping, they go like this. So feel that your leg would go side and your arm will accelerate in front of you. Yeah, let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay. That's it. Ready? 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Very good. Look very cool. Just a second. Let me check here how things are working. Ready? 7, 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Good. You're a little bit struggling with too much traveling. It's because the torso decided to listen too late. The more I get ready, this is a good. Okay, just a little comment on when I need to be ready to turn my torso prior to moving. So it's not prior, but together. Definitely not too late. So if I already go fast and not turning yet, I will get a stop. So here I'm thinking unwind. If you think of this exercise, we're doing this, right? And you just put your hand, same like this, a little squat. Yes, and now I will be giving the count. Turning every count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. With the mirror, the right. I think that you have one leg from here to your elbows, like that. Now, just a second, I know you might be a little bit intimidated by this. I would like to be in a position. There, yes. So this is what, and turn slowly. You can might go with the first. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. This is the force. You have to be ready to accelerate from the standing leg into your toes. Now let's go to the previous one. So here, the moment when you're punching underneath, I want to feel how heaviness of your body, and the punch is a little bit like triggering a chemical reaction. So think some of the chemical reactions, for example, they require shaking. So what's happening with the can of Coke when you shook it? Something there, some quality of molecules activated, and you have this bubbling reaction. So same here. Think that when you're punching it, it is same as you putting a Mentos in a. Have you seen this YouTube videos? Guys putting a lot of like sugar or Mentos into the Coke, and then it's almost exploding. So punching, and then this reaction goes inside, and then through the leg you allowing it to kind of exhaust somewhere. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7. Let's make our slow, deliberate rotation part of this chemical reaction. Da, 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 da. Good. Let's practice one little breathing pattern. You was about to exhale fully, but somebody like grabbed you or choked you. And then after a little delay, you was able to press the rest of the air out. So like your exhale is up, double, yeah? And let's just try. It is the same amount of air inside you. You're pushing like the first half, and then the emptiness. Yeah? So try to really imagine how to press again so you go forward. Mobilizes to go inwards. Yes. Now let's do this breathing pattern on our Voronovich. Yeah, so we go. And of course, you can alternate. It can be same a little in. If we do a repetitive one, it will not be just. It might be, but a certain resistance before the quick ones. And let's combine it. So slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, 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 slow. So why this would be interesting? Because you need to mobilize yourself for 4 quicks in a row. So the last slow, quick, 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 slow. It means after the placement, you need to be a little more bouncy, a little more resistant in the ankle to get quick, quick. Yes, slow, quick, 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 quick. Let's do the transition couple times. Slow, quick, 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 quick. Yeah. Okay. So how this control then bursts into the burning fire, burning flames. Yeah, so we need to start like that. Ready? 6, 7, 8. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. Yes, 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 I was right, but I was still, I stressed up that I'm coach. Should we start on this leg, yeah? Slow, quickly, slow, quickly, slow, quickly, slow. Yes, we need to start with the other leg to do what we just ready. So, ready? Slow, quick, slow, quick, slow, quick, 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 slow, quick, 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 slow, quick, quick, slow. Again, I don't know how is your floors and how comfortable you are with your heels, but try to think of one more little idea. The degree of your front the front surface on your shin, on your contraction is flexing your foot. So the moment when you're punching the floor, be sure that you're flexing it enough to have immediate clap, that you don't delay it by doing ball flat or like, of course, not flat heel. So when the foot is coming, you're on time with this to do a very secure stamp and flat. I was just having a lesson earlier today when my student was a little bit hesitant about choosing. Is it like a ball flat, or it's just ball, or it's just flat? So when clarifying, it's a flat without any delay between ball and the heel, then you will have a faster think that when you're doing it, you're opening the channel for the energy to go into you. Yes. Starting with the right leg on the side, with the left leg on the side. 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow, quick, 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 slow. Very nice, I like it. Okay, ready? Ladies, your turn to impress me. You fierce. Marilyn, right leg on the side. Yes. Oh, sorry, left leg, of course, left leg. I'm sorry. Yes. And the shoulders. You want me to see both of them? Yes. You want me to see both of your shoulders? Good answer. Yes. I don't want to see both of your shoulders. I want you to look at me through one and give me some attitude. Yes. Thank you. 6, 7, 8. Slow. Quick, 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 slow. Yes. 2 things. Remember, we didn't cha-cha-cha. When I was doing with you, quick, slow. There is a chunk of quick, and then slow. I think I even have this not far. I show it again. This lengths of slow have nothing to do with your foot placement. Your foot placement is here, here, and here. So they're bam, bam, bam. And after you place your foot quickly, you have the reward to spend some time here before the next foot placement. On the first one, the quick, slow. When I say slow, it's a deep value. It's a value of time. It's nothing to do with the quality of the fast or slow. It's just a terminology. So how big will be? But replacing our, when we take a foot placement, it's placing a feet, and then some big value of placing a quick, and then replacing a sorry, so it goes slow, now quick, slow. And then we can roll. This is the deep value. So what I want to say that this foot placement is really quick. You don't place it later, not an extra time of the second. Quick. You don't have extra time to place it somewhere here. You want it to be right in the beginning of the beat. To second. Before next. Quick step. Slow. It's about not being shy on speeding up your leg to the closing. Slow, quick. Ta, 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 ta. There is a great urgency in closing it back, soon, alert, freeing up a space for the chemical reaction of build-up. Please, let's do it, and let's give it more attention. Yes? Ready? 6, 7, 8, slow, quick, slow, quick, slow, quick, slow. Yes, give me just a second. I know there is a delay, but when you're doing it, please show me more urgency. On slow, close. Like, if you will not close on time, your place would be taken and you lose your opportunity, or something like that. Close. You wonder, like your place in line. You was waiting for some, I know, like very hot tickets, and you in line, and suddenly you need to go to a restaurant. They're like, please, can you hold my place in line? I'll just go there. And I go right back into my place in the line. Yeah? So this is about your place here. Quick. Yes, this is where you will present the rhythmical pattern in a different clarity. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow. Quick, slow. Quick, slow. Quick, slow. Quick, yes. And the last time, a combo when you will go into quick, slow. Quick. Yes, you see, I'm losing my voice. The moment of quick, slow, you're recovering, but you're ready for the next punch. It's like somebody pushed me, like say one way, and instead of I'm going, okay, you're pushing me, and I'm ready to snap back. So when you go quick, this force, you're about to overcome it. You're about to overcome it. So it's a power of wind up, which in the beginning you need to survive it, but it's your choice to sleep there or use it in the reverse direction. Ready? We have one last opportunity. So 4 times slow, quick, and then into quick, slow. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, slow. Quick, slow. Quick, slow. Quick. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just confused. 6, 7, 8, slow. Quick, slow. Quick, slow. Quick, slow. Quick, slow. Yes. If this would be a little bit faster, you will feel more confident on staying in the channel rather than traveling. Traveling is for body focus with a different rhythmical pattern. You can go slow, or double slow, but not on the quicks. If you travel on the quicks, you will look like crazy. You don't want this. Thank you for this Paso class. We'll take a 5-minute break and we'll continue with our last class of the week. Wonderful, charming lyrical rumba. I don't know yet what I will treat you with, but Paso, I think you did a very good job. See you in a few.